the king should not put a hand in his pocket and should let Harry fend for himself. He's made this bed.
Now, bombshell polling reveals 3/4 of Brits want to keep Prince Harry and Meghan Markle out of the UK, as a furious Prince William stands up to his father, King Charles.
King Charles just made the single biggest miscalculation of his reign, and it has ignited a brutal power struggle with the Prince of Wales. Behind closed doors, the king attempted to force Princess Catherine into a direct, face-to-face meeting with Meghan Markle. This was not a request. It was an executive directive aimed at producing a global PR victory. Charles wants the optics of a healed family. He wants the daily media circus to stop. But in his desperation to fix the Sussex PR disaster, he tried to offer up the future queen as collateral. Prince William did not just decline the idea. He completely dismantled it. When the directive reached the Wales household, William laid down an absolute veto, making it undeniably clear that the king does not have the authority to march his wife into a staged media ambush. To understand why this meeting is being pushed right now, you have to look at the financial reality in California. The Sussex Hollywood empire is collapsing. The massive streaming contracts are stalling. The A-list event invitations have vanished, and corporate brand investors are realizing a brutal truth. Harry and Meghan hold zero commercial value in America without proximity to the British crown. They cannot sell lifestyle brands, podcasts, or production companies on independent merit. They need royal association to secure corporate funding. A photograph of Meghan in the same room as Princess Catherine is worth millions in PR capital. It signals to American executives that the Sussexes still hold VIP access to the throne. They are attempting to use the king's guilt to orchestrate a bailout for their fading brand, and they need Catherine to legitimize it. The sheer audacity of this demand is staggering. For 4 consecutive years, the Sussex machine built its entire American media strategy on running a hostile narrative against Catherine. They used global television platforms and ghostwritten memoirs to brand the future queen as cold, unwelcoming, and difficult. They monetized their grievances by throwing Catherine directly under the bus to boost their own victim narrative. Now that the Hollywood money is drying up, they expect the palace to simply erase history. They expect Catherine to sit down, smile for the cameras, and provide the exact royal validation they need to secure their next corporate payout. King Charles was willing to facilitate this amnesia for the sake of a quiet life. William completely severed the cord. This clash proves a fundamental shift in monarchy leadership. Charles is operating on an outdated model of appeasement. He believes if he gives Montecito what they want, they will finally stay quiet. William is operating as a wartime protector. He is not negotiating. He is dictating the terms. William informed the king's aides that Catherine's schedule, security, and proximity are entirely off-limits. If Meghan sets foot on UK soil, she will be treated as an external, unverified guest with zero access to the Wales family. William has effectively pulled rank on his own father regarding the safety of his household. He has proven he will shut down the king himself before he lets his wife be exploited for a California comeback tour. The doors in London are officially bolted, leaving Montecito completely stranded. Meghan's master plan relied entirely on the king overriding William. With William holding the line, the strategy collapses entirely. They cannot spin this as a royal reconciliation because they are physically barred from entering the room. They are now facing the exact reality they tried to outrun. They are officially irrelevant to the working monarchy. William has established the blueprint for his future reign. There are no half measures, no PR compromises, and absolutely no way back in. Prince William just drew the ultimate line in the sand, proving he will defy the king to protect Catherine's peace. Did Charles cross a massive line by trying to force this meeting, or is William the only one seeing the California trap for what it really is? To fully grasp the sheer desperation behind this forced meeting, You have to look at the exact corporate mathematics currently strangling the Sussex brand in California. The Hollywood elite operates on a brutal hierarchy, and Harry and Meghan are in a freefall. The massive Spotify deal collapsed with executives publicly branding them as grifters. Their Netflix contract is ticking down to expiration, and the industry consensus is that there will be no massive renewal. The talent agencies that signed them expected to be dealing with global royalty. Instead, they are managing isolated celebrities who have completely exhausted their victim narrative. Hollywood is freezing them out. They are not on the Met Gala red carpet. They are not presenting at the Oscars. They are entirely cut off from the billionaire power circles they expected to dominate. The Sussexes realize they have a fatal branding problem. They sold their royal proximity to American investors, but they no longer have any proximity to sell. That is why King Charles was targeted. Harry and his PR team know that Charles is susceptible to the optics of family unity. The King's courtiers have been feeding the British press a continuous loop of olive branch narratives, desperately trying to project an image of a stabilizing reign. The Sussex strategy was to exploit this weakness. By having Charles demand a meeting with Catherine, they were attempting to box the Wales family into a corner. If Catherine refused an explicit order from the king, Montecito could immediately leak to their American media allies that Catherine is the cold, bitter obstructionist standing in the way of family peace. It was a calculated lose-lose trap designed to force the future queen into a PR ambush. But this trap relied on one massive misjudgment. They forgot that Prince William now commands his own institutional machinery. William did not just throw a temper tantrum. He executed a tactical veto using the sheer weight of his position as the Prince of Wales. He does not need the king's permission to protect his household. William controls the Wales communications team, their private schedules, and their physical movements. When the directive came down from Charles, William simply removed his wife from the chessboard. He made it structurally impossible for the Sussexes to get anywhere near her. If Harry and Meghan are scheduled to be in London, William can seamlessly relocate his family to Amer Hall in Norfolk or completely lock down the perimeter of Adelaide Cottage. He doesn't have to argue with the king's courtiers. He just changes the locks. This power move by William completely shatters the Sussexes' half-in, half-out fantasy. Meghan's entire plan for returning to the UK hinges on the optics of VIP status. She wants the royal motorcade, the armed protection officers, and the high society photo opportunities that prove her global importance. But William's absolute refusal to engage triggers a devastating domino effect for their security status. If the Prince and Princess of Wales refuse to hold official meetings with the Sussexes, then Harry and Meghan are not conducting working royal business. If they are not conducting royal business, they cannot justify taxpayer-funded diplomatic security. William's block doesn't just deny them a photo with Catherine, it financially and publicly degrades their entire trip. Instead of pulling up to royal estates in a state-funded police motorcade, Meghan is reduced to navigating London traffic in privately rented SUVs, looking like any other D-list reality star trying to avoid the paparazzi. She is forced to stay in high-end hotels or borrowed mansions because the royal residences are officially off-limits. The contrast is humiliating. They wanted to return as conquering VIPs, but William's refusal has exposed them as tourists in a country they used to rule. The king is now facing the exact reality he tried to avoid. Charles wanted to play the peacemaker, but his son forced him to confront the damage the Sussexes have actually done. You cannot allow bad faith actors to torch the institution for 4 years, publicly mock the traditions of the crown, and specifically target the future queen on global television, and then demand a polite tea party. William has officially established the blueprint for his upcoming reign. The era of royal appeasement died the moment Charles tried to force this meeting. William has proven that his loyalty to his wife and the integrity of his household completely overrides any PR directive from the throne. The Sussexes are now entirely boxed out. Their California brand is bleeding capital. Their royal access has been completely severed, and the king's attempt to bail them out was dismantled by his own heir. They played a high-stakes game of media manipulation, and Prince William just flipped the board entirely. They are locked out, isolated, and running completely out of relevance.